Up for sale is my 1999 Corvette. This car is very well sorted out and purpose-built for road racing and autocross, but definitely still drivable on the street. A complete overhaul of the motor, driveline, and suspension were completed, and only 1,700 miles on the new setup. The reason I'm selling is I just have no time to get to the track anymore, and someone definitely needs to be enjoying this car for what it was built for. Fairly stock interior with new Corbeau Evolution seats, MGW shifter, blue bezels. The car itself has 96,205 miles. Battery relocated to the passenger side trunk. Harness bar with harnesses. Car has an SLP front splitter, side skirts, rear ducktail spoiler. C5R replica hood that has been modified so it is vented and functional. Breathless Performance non-pop-up headlights. Upgraded brakes to C6 Z brakes with a two-piece front hat and rotor. Rear is a stock disc on the 4-piston brakes. Car will come with 2 sets of wheels, a set of staggered wheels that are on the car, 18 by 9.5, 18 by 11 C6Z replicas with BFG rivals. The other set of wheels are a square setup. It's a C7Z replica, 18 by 10.5 all the way around, also with BFG rivals. The motor is an aluminum block 402 stroker built by Kurt Urban Performance. It has new LS3 heads ported by Advanced Induction, a hydro-dipped L76 intake with a 90mm throttle body, Cerakoted 1 7/8 inch American racing headers with 3-inch X-pipe and MagnaFlow catback, a DeWitt 3-core aluminum radiator. We also bypassed the ABS system and installed a manual proportioning valve. The stock parts and harness are still in place, just bypassed. Has a 13-quart dry sump oiling system with a daily 3-stage pump, so there is no AC in the car. The alternator was rebuilt, and the valve covers, brackets, and alternator were powder coated. Both sets of wheels that are coming with the car have fresh powder coat and have both been ceramic coated as well. A few other details about the build. The motor is 11.8-to-1 compression ratio, tuned on 93 octane. Has diamond pistons and rings, Compstar rods with ARP 2000 bolts, Callie's Compstar 4-inch crankshaft, Kurt Urban spec camshaft. It's a 627, 637, 246, 263 on a 112. Johnson lifters with GM lifter trays with drain back hole added. Manton Series 3 restricted 7.375 11/32 push rods. Kurt Urban steam port. The car made 520 rear wheel horsepower and 470 torque. Revs quickly to 7,000 RPM. Also has a Racetronics fuel pump and wiring upgrade. The rear end was built by Zip Corvette with 373 gears with hardened output shafts. The torque tube was rebuilt with BMW couplers, and transmission was rebuilt also at 88,000 miles. The suspension also received a complete overhaul 1,700 miles ago with Van Steel composite control arm bushings, Edelbrock sway bars, GM T1 composite springs, and QA1 adjustable shocks. The brakes were also completely disassembled, powder coated, and reassembled with Doug Rippey Motorsports stainless steel brake pistons on all calipers, StopTech sport pads, and braided lines.